the great Harry Fumba. Another soil to Liberia. May the Almighty bless Africa. Land of the love that I dreamed of. They say they need power. They say they need it now. They say they need humanity, and you can show them how. They say they need your father to give us his son. They say they need a champion. You are the one. Son of the great Harry Fumba. Another soil to Liberia. May the Almighty bless Africa. Land of the love that I dreamed of. We can see the future and it's just up ahead. Just up ahead. The winds of change and they are blowing away. Blowing away. We can see our children growing right to the sky. Right to the sky. God's grace. It's our time to fly. Son of the great Harry Fumba. Son of the soil to Liberia. May the Almighty bless Africa. Land of the love that I dreamed of. Liberia, God bless Africa. God bless Moniba, God bless Liberia, God bless Africa, Liberia.
My fellow Liberians, our country cannot succeed unless the people of Liberia succeed. The truth is, the Liberia we live in right now is hurting. And we cannot continue down this road. But if we have faith and new political leadership dedicated to working to ensure that Liberia takes its rightful place as a leading nation in Africa, then the suffering of our people will not be the end of our story, merely the beginning. We must decide what type of nation we want to live in, what type of standards we want to set for ourselves, and what type of dreams we want to invest in that will ensure Liberia is the greatest country on the African continent. A new Liberia with modern hospitals in every single district in our country, so that Liberians do not die from preventable diseases and a lack of good and affordable care. A new Liberia with the best schools, well-paid teachers, and well-fed students. A new Liberia that ensures that we will be self-sufficient in our staple food of rice, while having renewed infrastructure that will include the pavement of modern roads to all of our county capitals. Liberia. We will have practical change that will be both seen and felt. It will be seen because of advances we would make to ensure we have cheap and stable electricity for all. In this new Liberia, we will eliminate government corruption, and our beloved country will be a model for Africa.
Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and I'm Olinda Masabuto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up The numbers will be there on the screen. You can get to us. We are just a call away. And we also want to inform you that if you are looking for a way to advertise your businesses, we are here. We are affordable. We won't. We gonna make your business go viral. Like you gonna get customers. Just hit us up. Thank you. Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up. The numbers will be there on the screen. You can get to us. We are just a call away. And we also want to inform you that if you are looking for a way to advertise your businesses, we are here. We are affordable. We won't. We gonna make your business go viral. Like you gonna get customers. Just hit us up. Thank you.
Okay, so wherever you are, folks, let me say welcome to you all, wherever you are, however you are joining us. Well, let us say welcome to the New Liberia Hour. The New Liberia Hour is a 1 hour program that comes to you every Tuesday and Thursday. For the matter of fact, this program is intended to promote the agenda of the Liberia National Union and Dr. Clarence P. Moniba. So wherever you are, however you are joining us on this show, we use this opportunity to bring you the platform of Dr. Clarence P. Moniba, those things that he have intended to do if he should have won the presidency. So wherever you are, however you are joining us, we'd like to say, tell us where you are watching us from. Those of you find us on our Facebook page, on our Twitch account, as well as our YouTube channel. Like the man John Smith. John Smith, he said, how are you? Thank you, my brother. He's watching on Twitch account. We say kudos to your brother John Smith. He usually joins us. We say thank you for always joining us as we thought to discuss Mama Liberia. So those of you watching us on our Facebook page, you can also do the same. Tell us where you are watching us from, and we will definitely recognize you. Like those also following us on our YouTube channel. You can do the same, right? You can do the same. So today, on today's edition of the program, we're going to be looking at the economic policy of Dr. Clarence P. Moniba. This current time we talk about the educational policy. What are those things that he want to accomplish in the educational sector if he should have won the presidency? So today we're going to be looking at the economic policy as well as the infrastructure. Those two things we are going to be looking at today when it comes to the agenda of Dr. Clarence P. Moniba. So wherever you are, however you are joining us, we'd like to say kudos to you. Thanks for always joining us on the program. My name is Ambassador Conan Rufus. I am the producer and the presenter for this program. So let me go for this very short break, less than a minute. When I come back, then we dig into our talking point. Stick and stay right there.
Good evening, viewers. This is West Coast TV Liberia, and I'm Olinda Masaboto. We are coming to you live from Finsville City. Wherever you are, however you are watching, I want to welcome you to this live video. West Coast TV Liberia is in need of sponsors. We need partners and donors. So if you are interested, please hit us up. The numbers will be there on the screen. You can get to us. We are just a call.
Okay. So we'd like to say welcome back. Thanks to uh the girl Olinda Masaboto. Yeah. She is a staff here at West Coast TV Liberia. Thanks so much to her for that particular promo. Yeah, so West Coast TV Liberia, we are in search of partners, donors, whatsoever that you can do to contribute to the full march of this institution as we seek to promote Liberia. So like what I said before going for the break, today we're gonna be looking at the infrastructure policy as well as the economic policy of Dr. Clarence Kwe Monima. So county capital. Every county in this country, he has said if he's given the chance to lead this country, he's going to make sure in the first 6 years to connect every county capitals. So that means if you are living from one county to another, you will have a smooth and easy way to go. You have an easy way to go if Dr. Clarence Kwe Monima is elected as President of the Republic of Liberia. It is an open secret that Liberia, one of our major challenges, has to do with road. Although, yeah, the current administration says they are building roads, but we've seen those roads they are building are community roads. But when we're talking about roads, we're talking about roads that have economic benefit to the people. Therefore, right now we are into the rainy season, right? The entire southeast have cut off from the rest of Liberia. The entire southeast have cut off from the rest of the country. So right now, people flying their way from Monserrado to go maybe Grand Cru to go Maryland County, they find it difficult because we lack road. And we have not had the leader that will prioritize roads that have economic benefit. When we talk about economic benefit, we're talking about roads that when it is paved, right, it will alleviate poverty from the people. These are the roads we're talking about. Like for instance, road from here to go to the southeast. So if that particular road is paved, right, those people that are planting their pepper, that are growing their banana, they are plenty, their cassava in the southeast, they will easily bring those crops to Monrovia or to other parts of the country for it to be sold. So when those things are coming on the market, when everyone planting in the interior, bringing their foods on the market to sell, you observe that those things will not be expensive because it will be in surplus. It will be in surplus. But because we do not have roads, so those people, they are not able to bring their crops. They are not able to bring their crops. So as a result, their crops will remain with them and it gets rotting. They plant, they eat, the bad one gets rotting. Why people in certain part of the country like Monserrado County want those crops. Those people want those crops, but they are not able to get it because the entire country lacks road. So that the current Spain Monima is telling the Liberian people, is telling us that, hey, give me the chance. When you give me the chance, every county capital in the 6 years will be paved. It will definitely be paved. And I always say to us, right? When a politician tells us, I will do this, yeah, we will listen to it. But the question we should ask them is how? How will it be implemented? How will it be implemented? If the president gave you the how and you see the probability of it happening, then you say yes. So for us at the Liberia National Union and that the current Spain Monima, that the Monima is clear, right? There is a statistic that has been made under the regime of former President Eli Johnson Sirleaf that Liberia need at least between 3 billion to 3.5 billion United States dollars to pave every county capital. For every county to be connected with paved road, in Alabama with quota. With quota, we need between 3 billion to 3.5 billion United States dollars. And it is that particular money that the current Spain Monima is telling you that I will make sure we will raise that money and we will pave Liberia counties capitals, connect every county capitals in 6 years. That's what he's telling us. And how he think he's going to do that, right? That the Monima has said every year, currently every year, 6 months at the regime, Liberia gets 100 million from the World Bank. Every year, Liberia benefit 100 million United States dollars from the World Bank. I know some of you are shocked if today is the first time hearing it. Every year, Liberia benefit 100 million United States dollars from the World Bank. Now, that the mama is telling you and I, if that remain constant, which of course is going to remain constant, that we will receive 100 million from the World Bank. What he's going to do here is he's going to negotiate with the World Bank. This 100 million you are giving us, he gave us every year to various parts for different sectors of the country. We want you to strictly allocate that 100 million for road. We ourselves, the country, is going to take the initiative to underwrite the rest of the other sectors, to find solution for those problems in the other sectors. But the entire 100, because road is one of our major problems right now in this country. So there's no way that we can compromise the issue of road connectivity. So with the negotiation skills that he has, he's going to reach to the World Bank, tell the World Bank, hey, we need at least tell the World Bank that 100 million allocated only for road. When he should have succeeded with that, the next thing he is going to do is to look for companies, to look for institutions around the world that is prepared, and there are lots of institutions around the world that are prepared to develop countries in the form of loan. Where they will come, for instance, if you say you want 100 million worth of road in your country, they will pay for it. Then you tell them between which year to which year you will pay. Then you pay them gradually. They will not give you the money. They will come and pave, do your project. Then you give them, if like 10 years, 50 years, 20 years, you use that time to pay their money bit by bit. So he's going to reach out some of those companies, negotiate with them. Hey, Liberia, we need roads. We need roads. We need at least 3 billion worth of roads in our country, but we will pay you in the next 30 years. Carry on that negotiation. So when he should have succeeded in that particular negotiation, definitely he have already negotiated with the World Bank, and they have agreed that we are going to transfer that 100 million directly toward the roads sector of the country. He has found an institution that is prepared to come and invest their money into Liberia, pave Liberia's roads, connect Liberia capitals and counties capitals. Then they will be paid in the next 30 years. After dealing with that particular 100 million that should be coming from the World Bank, he's going to tell the World Bank now, instead of you send it to Liberia, send it to the company, directly send it into the account of the company every year. Every year, send that 100 million into this particular company every year. So when you do your calculation, 100 million times 30, you get to know that it will be 3 billion. So in a 30 years time, Liberia will be able to pay that particular company their 3 billion. Their 3 billion with the interest. And in 6 years time, Liberia will be able to connect every county capital. That is the plans of Dr. Clarence P. Moniba to connect Liberia counties capitals. That is one of those plans that he has. That is one of those plans that he has. And Dr. Clarence P. Moniba, when he's telling you that he will negotiate, right? When he's telling you that he will negotiate, do not doubt his negotiation skill, because he has proven record. He has proven record. The 4 years that he worked with the Manasali-led administration, the 4 years, his record are there. You saw when he was working with the Liberia Electricity Corporation. What happened? Today, Liberia is benefiting from the CLSG project through his negotiation skill. Today, Liberia has something that can boast of to say, oh yes, we have the Mount Coffee hydro power plant, through his negotiation skill, where he negotiated and Liberia got at least 250 million to reconstruct the hydro plant, power plant. Dr. Clarence P. Moniba, his negotiation skill. When he worked at the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, today we have the wet plane facility, through his negotiation skill. When he worked as the Minister of State without portfolio, and he was the head of the Presidential Delivery Unit. We saw at the Liberia, the Roberts International Airport, the new terminal at the Roberts International Airport, where he negotiated with the Chinese government, and Chinese government were able to come to Liberia and build that particular new terminal that was 50 million. From the ERWA junction to Coca-Cola Factory Road, through his negotiation skills. The Lofa Highway Road, through his negotiation skills. The Somalia Drive Road, through his negotiation skills. So there are countless of proven record, right, that Dr. Clarence P. Moniba has to show that for true he has the negotiation skills. So when he is telling you that, hey, I will negotiate, he's saying it from record for something that he has done. Something that he has done and it is proven. That is what he's saying. That is what he's saying. So Dr. Moniba has said, the right now, with the way Liberia is underdeveloped, the same way countries like Sierra Leone, Ghana can go to the World Bank, can go to the African Development Bank, can go to the United Nations and all international institutions, and they get 200 million, they get 1 billion, 2 billion. That's the same way the way Liberia is underdeveloped. That's the same way Liberia need to go to those institutions and bring that less than 200 million. But today, when Liberia get 50 million, 25 million, we are celebrating around here. That's the reason why all of our roads that is being built are just our community roads, leaving the major roads that have economic benefit. Because instead of the resources that we need to build those roads, we do not have the resources. And the president we have, he lacks the negotiation skill. He lacks the skill. The only thing our president knows very well when he go, he takes picture. He takes picture with Joe Biden, with other world leaders. Then they post it, all people post it on Facebook. Then when he comes home, the country has nothing to benefit. The country has nothing to benefit. We saw the president left from here during the World Cup. He spent about 48 days out of the country, violating the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. And he came back. What did he tell the people of Liberia? They lied to the people of Liberia that the UAE was giving Liberia 50 billion. Those people are jokers. They lied to the people of Liberia that Liberia is going to benefit 50 billion from the United Arab Emirates. When we did our research, it was false and misleading. The information minister has to come back and somersault. And he's trying to struggle in pursuing the Labrambo that he lacked. The president lacks the skill. The president lacked the skill. Here, my brother Tonga Kuku, he said, "Thanks so much, Ambassador." Ambassador Kola, thanks, my brother. Thanks for joining us. The president lacks the negotiation skill. So when he goes to those international scene, we're not expecting anything. So we need someone who, when they go on the international scene, to meet our international partners, they will adequately represent this country. And Dr. Clarence P. Moniba, when he served in those positions, he was not president. He served ahead of the Liberia Legislative Corporation. He served ahead of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. He served as head of the Presidential Delivery Unit. Those positions he served. He was not the president, but he used his negotiation skills. And today, Liberia is benefiting from some of those things. Liberia is benefiting. And that is the reason why when Dr. Clarence P. Moniba, when he sees the way that those things that he negotiated for, those things that he worked for. In this country, the current administration is mistreating, misusing it. They do not know how to take care of it. It burned his heart. Because he used, although the Liberian people were paying him, but he used energy. When he travels in other countries, he's seeing how those people are making use of the opportunity that they have. But for us, Liberia, we are not. We are not. Today, let the road from coconut factory to ERW Junction, since 2019, the road should have been completed. Up to now, the road hasn't been completed yet. They are using it as a political project now. They are using it as a political project now. The road from the Banka to Menikoma Highway, that road, it should have been completed by now. But if I have not even gone 50%, they have not even gone 50%. So instead of the administration carrying on a project faster, because right now Liberia, we have no time. We have no time when it comes to development. It is time that we fast track our development process. But instead, when we get on one little project, we will be wasting time. We'll be wasting time because we want to use it as a political commodity. And you don't politicize the living condition of the people. You don't do that. The president here from Grand Crew, well, go see the Grand Crew Road. His mother was from Riverside County. Go see the Riverside County Road. In fact, majority of top government officials from both the legislature and the executive, they are from the Southeast. We have the president from the Southeast. We have the speaker from the Southeast. We have the Senate pro tempore, he's from the Southeast. We have the finance minister, he's from the Southeast. We have the deputy speaker, he's from the Southeast. So, top government officials, this administration, the top official of the government, majority of them are from the Southeast. But the reason why they are not to say they are not able to they do not want to pave that road, or the reason they do not have the resources, and they lack the skill in getting the resources. So they spend their 100 years in power. They will not. That road will remain as though the entire of East will be cut off from the country. Go see Bomi Road. How is it? Riverside Road. See how it looks. The only few road that they community road in most around here, just paving. They will say, yeah, it made doing well. He very road. He borrowed medicine. You borrow medicine. Go kill the solar on the Eastern Road, then we know you're serious. Go kill the solar on Riverside Road, we know you're serious. The Bomi Road, we know you're serious. They can't take cement, rub on few road near place, you say he borrow medicine. You jokers. You're a joker. You are a joker. So Dr. Clarence pay money, but it's telling you and I, right, that hey, with the experience that I have, with the connection that I have, because Dr. Clarence pay money, he went to school in the US, in all parts of the world. He went to school there. He's well. Those people at the helm of authority in the world today, majority of them, he worked with them. Himself as a consultant. The World Bank himself as a consultant. So when he's telling you that I will negotiate with the World Bank, he knows the backdrop for which he's speaking of. Because he's been working there, he knows what it means to make your way through. He knows what it means to literally make your way through. In a Liberian way, we say to Ronaldinho your way through. He knows how to do that. So he's telling you, give me the opportunity, but hey, Liberia, we do not elect people like that. We want people that are not even giving us a correct platform. They're not even giving us platform. The only thing they're giving us is a slogan. These are the people that we're going after. The real establishment right now, they are slogan. That's the only thing you get. You're not hearing them say, hey, give it any platform. What they were doing in the next 6 years, they are not telling the people. But the only thing they're telling you, they hope you can count on. Like why they run your way, they hope you can count on. I hope you can count on the people who will develop this country. I hope you can count on will improve the economic livelihood of the people. Is that what the people will live on? Hope we can count on. You have no policy to tell the people. And this was the same mistake that we made. Because 2017 elections, the CDC administration did not give us platform. The only thing we heard was the same slogan, change for hope. Change for hope. Today, they are doing the same. The hope you can count on. And again, Liberians, we are running after it because they are giving you $10, $5, $15. They are doing it. So we're going after them. So after the election, we will be the same group of people that will sit and start to complain. We'll be the same group of people that will sit and start to complain. So fellow Liberians, this is the time that we make the best decision. And for me, the best decision here is to support and vote Dr. Clarence pay money back. Because everything that he wants to do for this country, he's saying it, he's telling you how he wants to implement it. And we are seeing the possibility of it happening based on his record. We are seeing the probability. We are seeing that for true, what he said he wants to do, how he intends to do it, we are seeing that for true, it can happen if we have a serious government and a serious president. If we will have a serious president, definitely what he intends to do, it can happen. So we need someone serious like the way he's serious to transform this country. The Money Mark Man ticket, for me, is the best ticket in this election. It is the best ticket in this election. I have followed every single candidate in this election. I followed every single candidate. Some pass around, the only thing that we hear from some group of people, rescue one, rescue two. A rescue one, rescue two will develop this country. Tell the people your platform. But we are not getting a platform. Only one person that is consistently telling us what he wants to do in 6 years. That is what he's telling us. And how he intends to do it. How he intends to do it. That is what he's telling us. But the rest of the people, they pass around with slogan. Someone say they fix up one, they get fix up one, fix up two. Someone say they get solution one, solution two. Listen, we should not be fooled by these people. Let us support the Money Mark Man ticket. It is the best. It is the ticket that means good for this country. 176 years, Liberia has suffered from bad leadership. And many Liberians believe that Liberia will never get good leadership again. They believe that everyone, when they get into power, they will behave the same. But that the money has said, for him, he's going to leave a legacy. And that legacy is to change, develop Liberia infrastructure and economic policy for the good of the people. These are things he's been saying. He's been consistent in saying it. He has been consistent in saying it. Since February, these are things he's been consistent of and telling us how he wants to implement those things. So for Liberia to have a paved road in the next 6 years, paved road to connect every county capitals, we need to vote that the Clarence pay money back. If we will lose this opportunity, we'll have ourselves to blame. Liberians, we will have ourselves to blame. We will definitely have ourselves to blame. This video looks dark. We will definitely have ourselves to blame. So this leads us to the economic policy. They lead us to the economic policy. So he has told us how he wants to connect every county capital when it comes to the infrastructure. The major thing Liberia lacks right now when it comes to infrastructure are roads. That's the major thing. So that is his major focus right now. The road infrastructure is very much important to us more than anything because we lack roads. Now, it leads us to the economic plans. Dr. Monima has said, when it comes to the economy involves plenty things. It has something to do with the issue of fight against corruption. It has something to do with that. Because for the economic sector of the country to be developed, to be up to its standard that Liberians will appreciate it, we need to stand against corruption. We need to fight corruption. And that's what Dr. Monima has said when he should have been given the opportunity to lead this country. The first thing, in his fight against corruption, he said leaders should lead by example. So the first thing he's going to do is to declare his assets. Not just to declare it, but publish it. And it will be mandatory that every government official, you should declare, especially from the executive, you should declare and publish. You're not going to declare, then you do not publish. Not true. He has been consistently saying that. You declare and you publish. So he said when he shall be given the opportunity to lead this country, he will definitely declare his assets and publish it so that Liberian people will know what he's entering government with, what he has from the inception of his leadership, he's going to publish it to the people of Liberia. That is the beginning of the fight against corruption. But we saw here, our president, according to him, declared assets to the LACC. But he failed to publish it. He failed to publish it. So since he failed to publish it, all of his officials of government, they said they will not publish theirs. So everyone just, the Liberians do not know what those people in government went to government with. We do not know. And the irony part of it is, prior to President we are becoming president, it was speculated that the man had 88 million. It was speculated that the man had 88 million. But he became president after 3 months. He started building the building that he was having 2017. He became president 2018. In 3 months' time, he built 22 condominiums. 22 condominiums he built. He did not stop there. He went, the little building he had on the Nash Street area, on the Nash Street there, he broke it down to the dust and reconstructed a new mansion in 3 months. He didn't just start, he started buying other properties around the country. So when he did that, his officials too saw it. We saw the Moravia City corporation boss, Jefferson Kochi, what he did. He exactly when he bought $250,000 worth of a horse. 2 of them. So $500,000 he used to buy 2 horses. Someone who could not even pay $100 horse rent per month. He was not even making $50 prior to him entering government. $50 he wasn't making. But in 3 months time, they made able to buy 500,000 horse. Because they saw the president doing his own. So they really did theirs. We saw what her name, Finabono, who is the chief of protocol of the Republic of Liberia. Prior to them taking power, 2017, she was said 2016, 2017, she was selling, how you call it, a kobo in Liberia, we say kobo. She was selling food in River County. She was selling food. Have a little shop selling food. Today, Finabono has more than 50 guys. More than 50 of it. Where she was selling her food, go see the mansion that she has built there. Go on the Robert Sea Highway, go see the mansion that she has there. Go see another mansion she has there. The chief of protocol. And we were told by the administration that no government official is making above 8,000 United States dollars. So I agree that you people are not making 8,000. No one is making above 8,000 United States dollars. So it is that maybe let's say everyone, all government officials make 8,000. I agree. So that means you people have no responsibility. All that money you are just using to build houses. Is that 8,000 you people using to build all of those mansions across the country? You know that there is a corruption. And it was proven by the United States government sanctioning 3 of the government officials. 3 top government officials, they were sanctioned. And the president told that those people were going to be investigated today. There were no investigation. Those people are moving here. In fact, 2 of them are contesting this election for senatorial seat. And they are contesting on the ticket of the ruling establishment. 2 indicted government officials, former government officials. They are contesting on the ticket of the ruling establishment, of the ruling party. So they tell you that these people, they are supporting corruption and they into it with all their heart. So that the monument is telling you when he shall have won the presidency, he will definitely declare his assets and publish it. And every government officials, you are to declare your asset and publish it. No, there is no negotiation about that. You are forced to declare and publish before you be given the opportunity to serve a position. But as soon as you have been appointed by the president, you're responsible. Before you go to the Senate, you will be entitled to declare and publish before you go to the Senate for confirmation. Or else you'll be replaced. That's what you said. That's the beginning of the fight against corruption. And next thing you have been consistently saying, Liberia will have a very good laws, but the problem, we have failed to implement the law. So those laws is going to be implemented. Those laws are going to be implemented. Those laws, like the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, since Marcelli time, they have indicted lots of people that the monument has said when he's taking over as president of the Republic of Liberia. Those people will have their day in court. They will be sent to court. The government will prosecute them. If they are found guilty, they will face the full way of the law. The full way of the law, they will face it. And not just facing the full way of the law, their property, they'll be asked to restitute the money. If they are not able to restitute those monies that they stole, their property will be sold, and the money will be placed in government covered for government use for the people. He said he's going to start from the Manasseh administration. They are going to be audited from the Manasseh administration that he worked in. They are going to be audited from the Manasseh administration to the George Weah administration. And anyone that will be found liable of any acts of corruption, you will be sent to court. And in court, when you are found guilty by the court, definitely you will be asked to restitute while you're going to jail. If you do not restitute, while you're in jail, your property will be sold by government. Definitely, your property will be sold by government. And that is the beginning, right, of a better economy. You know why? Because when you start the fight against corruption in your country, like the way Julius Maada Bio did in Sierra Leone during his first term, like the way he did, when you start to do that, your international partners will start having confidence in you. The international partner will not disgrace you like the way they disgrace the Weah administration. Tell the Weah administration, hey, you know what I mean? 9 embassies they wrote and signed telling the government, stop stealing our money. Because what is not for you, and you take it as you're stealing it. You're taking it without the knowledge of the owner. You are stealing it. So government, when it started using our international partners, their resources, their money, without their consent, and the people got to know, they wrote and all they signed it, calling on the government, said, stop using our money, stop stealing our money. It is a disgrace in the face of the president and the government. So when you start the fight against corruption like that, right, your international partners will have confidence in you. Foreign investors will have that confidence in you. They say, yes, this administration, this man is serious in the fight against corruption. Then I can have the the opportunity now to go in that particular country to invest my money. But since the we administration took over, there have been no single foreign direct investment. Liberia is one of the richest countries when it comes to resources. See our forests. See those mountains. See the amount of iron ore that is coming from those mountains. We have gold, we have diamond. Sin that other people do not have, we have it. The black sin, we have it here. But why is it that we do not, the we administration has not been able to attract any foreign direct investor into this country? It's because they are very corrupt. Those people do not trust them. So because of that, there's no job opportunity. Because when those foreign investors are coming, they are investing their money into the country. You know what will happen? There will be job opportunity. There will be job opportunity. But right now, the majority of the citizenry, they are jobless. People graduating from university, they do not have job. They just moving here and there, go to a Thai shop, they talk because they have nothing to do. But you think when that man get work to do, that man have a job, where he should be going to job to feed his family, think that man will go sit on a Thai boat to talk? No. You wanna do that? But because that man is jobless, he has nothing to do, so he will go sit on a Thai boat to talk. You go sit in the intellectual center to just be talking. Because our government have failed to fight corruption. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission in this administration went and they indicted top government officials like the agriculture minister, the head of LICHIS, the Liberia Institute for Geoinformation Services. They indicted those government ministers and other people for corruption, like the Road Fund Authority. The allegation of corruption, and the LSCC went there and they did their investigation. They indicted people from there. Instead of the president commissioning the prosecution of those people to be prosecuted in court, what happens? He called for cabinet retreat in Bond County. They went there. They started making fun of the head of the LSCC. When he came from there, what happened? They replaced the man. Because Edwin Clark Martin. Because Edwin Clark Martin. They replaced it today. The man is there. And the problem there, the LSCC, to remove anybody, it should be for a cause. It should not be that LSCC boss does not work at the will and pleasure of the president. No. That's the reason why the act creating the LSCC said anybody serving as commissioner of the LSCC, you serving the term of 7 years, that tenure position. 7 years. So the main tenure hasn't finished yet. So they're going against the constitution to remove the man. Today they are in court. They are in court. The only reason why they're doing that, because this man has the facts that top government officials are corrupt. And the president wants to protect those people because they know what all of them are in. So because of that, it is scaring away investors to come into this country. People do not want to come and invest their money. Even Liberians in other parts of the world, they're afraid to come and invest their resources in this country. We talked to some Liberians who want to come to do some businesses in this country. They want to invest their money in this country, but they are afraid. Because people are paying their own taxes and the government stealing their own citizen taxes. So imagine then a foreign investor who can bring their money, they will not see. So people will be afraid. And those people are right to be afraid. Those people are right to be afraid. So that the monument has said he's going to audit and make sure everyone be prosecuted. And he's very much serious about that. Very, very much serious about that. So that will be a way to attract foreign investors into the economy of Liberia. Therefore, when foreign investors come into the country where they have confidence in the government and they are investing their money, there will be some level of job opportunity for Liberian citizens, for Liberians. There will be some level of job for the people. Yeah, he's not just saying that all he's going to do. The next thing he's going to do to better the economy of the country, the next thing he's going to do is to focus on the agriculture sector. Right now, one of those sector that is a virgin sector, that's the agriculture sector. So if Liberia, we have the soil that anything can grow at any time in this country. Anything can grow at any time in this country. But the problem there, our government have failed over the years to prioritize the agriculture sector. They have failed to prioritize the agriculture sector. They have failed. So Dr. Mama is telling you, hey, we will definitely prioritize the agriculture sector. That is, during the Manasari regime, a survey was done, and it shows between 3 million to 4 million to invest in the rice sector, only for rice. That Liberia, because rice is our stable food. In Liberia, we can eat any other thing. If we do not eat rice, that means we have not eaten yet. You will give up all the food we were eating for that day, but so long we have not eaten rice, which means we have not eaten yet for that whole day. So you don't joke with our rice business. We love it a lot. So it is our stable. So the mama is saying we will invest at least between the 3 to 4 million. We will invest it every year into the rice sector to produce rice. So that means every year Liberia invest, the government invests that 3 to 4 million. Every year government invests that 3 to 4 million. In 2, 3 to 4 years, then Liberia will be able to feed themselves. We will not be importing rice again to this country. Currently, Liberia will spend between 200 million to 250 million every year to import rice into this country. Every year, 200 to 250 million to import rice. So Taramama is saying, when I have the opportunity, I will definitely pay keen attention to the agriculture sector. Precisely the rice, because it is Liberia's stable. So the first thing, before we start looking for what to produce, to sell to other people, let us produce what we can eat first and feed ourselves. So he has said, we will focus on the agriculture sector, invest the 3 to 4 million every year, where we'll be able to feed ourselves. Start to feed ourselves, then we'll not be able to import rice again. So that 200 million that leave Liberia every year will not leave again. That 200 million US will be circulating in the economy. It will be circulating in the economy. So when that 200 million is circulating in the economy, therefore the exchange rate will not increase to right now. The exchange rate is almost 190. $190 Liberian dollar for $1 US. So the exchange rate will not increase because we'll have at least 200 million circulating into the Liberian economy. 200 million circulating, plus the other ones are there already. So instead of the US rate increasing, it will start to decrease. And when the US rate is decreasing, therefore, the prices of things will decrease because US rate affect everything. For instance, if this phone is sold for 30 of let's say 50 United States dollars, all right? When you calculate 50 United States dollars at the rate of 190 now, you will get different figure than if you calculate it at the rate of 150. 150 and 190, you get different figure. So when you carry Liberian dollar to go buy this phone, when you should have paid maybe 10,000 Liberian dollars to buy this phone, if they will have more US into the economy and the US rate drops, you will not spend at 10,000 again. Instead, you pay less than 10,000 to buy this phone. So therefore, the US rate will affect the prices of things, and the people will be able to purchase by what they have, instead of things prices being skyrocketed. That's the idea. That's what the Manma is saying. And this administration, they are not thinking on it. They are not thinking on it. The only thing they are thinking on how to enrich themselves and their family. That's all they are taking on. The government say every year, well, recently before they post up to subsidizing our rice importers. Every year they were giving rice importers 15 million. So imagine, rice importer every year you giving rice importer 15 million, but you have a statistic on your table that telling you if you will invest 3 million to 4 million every year, you will be able to produce our own rice. You say no, you do not want to invest the 3 to 4 million to give it to Liberia agriculture entities to help themselves, to help the entity to make themselves to be rich, to enrich them. No, you do not want to do it. But instead, you want to get that 4 million, but you want to give 15 million to people to subsidize prices of rice. That's what they want to do. And you know the reason why they are doing it? Because they are into cohort with those rice importers. That's why they were into. So they are able to say they are giving the money to the rice importers, but definitely they have the huge sum of percentage of that money they were giving to rice importers, because they want to enrich themselves and their family. So instead of you taking 4 million to give it to Liberian Liberian agriculturalists, instead of you giving that 4 million to them, you say no, we'll give 15 million every year. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? These are the problems that we face with. So if you are investing into the agriculture sector, you know what will happen now? There will be job opportunity in the agriculture sector. Because for instance, if I have my agriculture company, and in my agriculture company, I'll need lots of workers. I'll need people to work on the farm itself. I'll need accountant in my company. I will need PRO in my company. I will need almost every professionals. I will need it in my company. IT practitioner, I will need them in my company. So we'll start having those companies, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 big agriculture companies in this country. There will be job opportunity for the people. So that's another way of creating job for the people in agriculture, is sitting there as a virgin. No one wants to invest into it. The government seen it, but they deliberately do not want to invest into it. They deliberately do not want to, because they only want to enrich themselves and their family. They only want to enrich themselves and their family. But that the monument is telling you and I that definitely the agriculture sector, precisely the number one sector in the agriculture sector, is the rest. Since rest is our stable, you will definitely prioritize the rest production, so that there will be job in the agriculture sector, and as well as there will be some level of relief in the economy, because the 200 million will be they will spend into import rest into this country will not spend them again. The 200 million will be circulating into the economy. Therefore, it will cause the US rate to be stable at certain level, because those 200 million will not leave the economy every year, and the 200 million will just be into the economy. So you observe that there will be job opportunity in the agriculture sector, and from the fight against corruption, where foreign investors will have confidence in the government to come and invest, there will also be job opportunity. So in the private sector, because the private sector run every economy of a country. Yeah, my brother Samuel Sankara Johnson. Yeah, thanks for joining us. He said I should get in on. The only way you can come on my brother, unless until we do it through phone calls. Yeah, because I'm using a phone here to do the app. The app I'm using here, and the app cannot bring people on. One of the strong men of that Clarence P. money back. Yeah. So unless we can bring you through phone, that will be the only way that you can have your say on this show. But we are working now, really we're working behind the scene, that we want to get some computer to make sure that we want to be inviting some of that money back food soldier men like Samuel Sankara Johnson. They need to come on this show to also promote the agenda of that Clarence Square money back. So I beg you, my brother, yeah, I beg you. Hopefully, yeah, when things work out, definitely, if I would say you'll be a regular man on this show. So these are things that Clarence pay money back have been saying, right? We will invest into the agriculture sector, and there'll be job opportunity into the agriculture sector, as well as there will be, because of the fight against corruption, foreign investors will have confidence in the government, and they will come to invest their resources, their money into the country. So there will also be job opportunity. So young people that are not having job, they will be having the opportunity now to go to school, to go work. They'll be having the opportunity to go work, instead of them passing around, going from one intellectual center to one intellectual center, just talking things. Some people just sitting home doing nothing. They will not do it again. They will have job to do to sustain they and their family. They will have the job to do to sustain they and their family. And these are things that we expect from our politicians to be telling us how they will provide job for people, but they're doing the only thing they just passing around with slogan. The labor, I hope you can come on, broom one, broom two, so rescue one, rescue that. I think that it will change the mind will change the life of the people. Like rescue one, rescue two, broom one, broom two. That it will give us pavement. It will connect every county capitals. That's why we do it. And that's the same mistake we made 2017. When we are now just passing around here, we change our hope. We change our hope. We are running around, change our hope. We did not really ask then Senator Weah what was his agenda. Yeah, he said that Dr. Samuel Sankara Johnson said that Dr. Clarence K. Moniba possesses the best democratic credential and values to transform our country. So to my brother, he has what it takes to change this country, the connections, he has the education, he has the age, because this man is energetic. He's 44 years. So imagine that man, 44-year-old man, entering a room where he see France president Emmanuel Macron, who is also one of the youthful leaders around the world, sitting. those two people, they will be able to discuss serious national issues that Liberia will benefit from. President, we are going to say that with Macron. What are you going to talk? You're going to talk about the time you will say that in front playing football. Like, you go do that. They go talk about football. Instead of them talking about how this country, right? How he will get help from France. How he will convince Emmanuel Macron to support Liberia in certain area. They will not do it. Football going to go UAE, you go for a fee, you go to Jersey, they print it for you, you put it on him. Don't run it around here. When you go where other countries are getting billions of dollars, Liberia getting 25 million, 50 million, they will run it right and say we'll not get something. We are joking this country. 25 million will not do anything. That is the reason why Dr. Clarence P. Montewa, who has the negotiation skills, and it is proven, the records are there. Like I told you before, the records are there. The terminal at the RIA, the CLSG LAM, the CLSG project that Liberia benefiting from today, the McCarthy Hajo, the weaponry, all of those things from the negotiation skills of Dr. Clarence P. Montewa. He was not president at that time. So imagine making such a man a president. Imagine. He was not president, but he helped. And those things came. Today, Liberians are benefiting from it. So imagine you making such a man president. That means we'll get times 10 of those things that we currently have. But we are not seeing that. It is very much important for us Liberians that we stop fooling ourselves, falling behind those traditional politicians. Those people have failed. Say nothing, 1847, traditional politicians have failed this country. We need a man of our generation, especially young people. We need a man of our generation. The right now statistics shows that the population of Liberia, 60 to 80% of the population of Liberia is between the age of 18 to 44 years. 44 years. And Tato Montewa is of that age. He's in that generation. So imagine, you think that 80-year-old men who can change, who can transform our generation for us? It will not happen. Definitely will not happen. Definitely will not happen. We need somebody of our generation, someone of our generation who is living the same way we are living, who understand the same way that we understand, who act like the same way we can act to lead our generation. Definitely, he will understand our problems. He will definitely understand our problem because he's of our generation. All the other generation are failed us. That's the reason why this generation, we have to rise up to the occasion to change this country. Yeah, my brother said, we must elect people on the basis of experience, moral, credibility, integrity, honesty, patriotism, nationalism, and educational credential, and not how long you've been around. Of course, there's some of our politicians now, they're boasting because they have spent 40 years in government. I think 40 years in government. Tell us what have been the sustainable, the policy that you brought to the governance of the state that today Liberians are benefiting from since you worked in government for 40 years. Tell the Liberian people. Tell the Liberian people. Today we have a president more than almost 6 years. There is no sustainable economic policy that have a positive trickle-down effect on the life of the people. Nothing. There's no sustainable agriculture policy that have a positive trickle-down effect on the life of the people. Nothing. They have nothing. Nothing. But the only thing, they just running around with slogan, rescue one, rescue two, bring one, bring two, all the one face or one face or two. The Liberians, especially the young people, we are buying into it. And that's the reason why this show is about. To disabuse the mind of the young people to stop thinking the way they have been thinking that have led this country into the way it is. The only person, the only person that is fully prepared now to lead this country into prosperity, into the transformation that it deserves, is that of Clarence P. Monba and Madam Grace Pan. Beside him, there is no one else. There's no one else. If Liberians were lost Dr. Clarence P. Monba this election, it will not make him the president. Trust me. Trust me. Liberia will remain like this for the next 6 years. If we will not vote Dr. Clarence P. Monba, Liberia will remain like this for the next. We will complete again. We will complete again. Those of you following us on our YouTube channel, on our Twitch account, as well as our Facebook, we need to be very much cognizant of this. We need to be very much cognizant of this. Let us not vote people because they give you a $10, $5. Let not vote people because we say they're not still in government. Let us vote them based on their policy, on their achievement, based on their record. Let us vote them based on their educational achievement. Let us vote them based on. Let us look at those sustainable things. We should not be looking at because they may not spend 40 years in government, mayor. And one of the thing that we have in our mind, many of us, the young people, we say in Africa, a really establishment cannot be defeated. They hardly be defeated. So because of that, we are fooling ourselves beyond the administration. We know, many of us, we know that we are in the steeds. They have looted this state and they have filled in people of Liberia. But we're looking at it, and because we have that mindset, that's the reason why we're going after it. But that the monument has come to show to the Liberian people that there are good Liberians. There are still good Liberians in this country. There are still good Liberians that make good for this country. That the Clarence P. Monba have come to show to us. And we need to rally around him to support him. To make sure that Liberia be the greatest country in Africa. To make sure that Liberia will have the best educational system in Africa. To make sure Liberia will have the best of roads in Africa. To make sure that Liberia will have the best of health care system in Africa. To make sure that Liberia will have the best of infrastructures in Africa. This is the time that we have to rise up to the occasion. Let us stop fighting behind those traditional politicians. They are failed for us. We will not go after them. We will not go after them. We will consistently preach the message of Dr. Clarence P. Monba to make sure that the new Liberia that we all will want, that our unborn children, that they will be proud of us. In the national policy, those the policy effect must be part of the policy making and not an 80-year-old man. Dr. Clarence P. Monba is a true representation of our generation and we will protect him. Of course, my brother, we have those of us that the policy are affecting. We have to be part of the policy making. We have to. That's the reason why when we talk about our generation, that the Monba is part of our generation. So he directly represents this generation directly. But still, we want to go for 80-year-old man. We want to go for 80-year-old man. We want to go for someone who does not even understand economic policy, who is being remote controlled by a gang of thieves. Those are the people that want to go beyond. Instead of us going beyond somebody who understand this, who understand the suffering that we are going through, who is part of our generation. Instead of us going after people like that, we want to go after 80-year-old people who understand, who has no solution to this country. They've been in power 6 years now. They have no solution. The only thing they are doing, they are only reaching themselves and their family. That's all they are doing. So it is very, very much important, folks, that we support Dr. Clarence P. Monimba and Mana Grace T. Kpan in this election. The Liberia National Union is the best alternative for this country, for the transformation of this country. And we need to trust them. We need to support them. We need to vote them. That's the only way. Or else the next 6 years, we will complain. If we do not vote Dr. Clarence P. Monimba and Madam Grace T. Kpan, let us get prepared to complain for the next 6 years. Because no one in this election that no Liberia problem right now like Dr. Clarence P. Monimba, that's able to solve Liberia problem like Dr. Clarence P. Monimba. There is no one. There's no one. So, like one of those United Parisians told me, the only thing we want to win the election. If as soon as we win the election and we knock away for vice president and he die, we ain't got a problem with it. We only want to win the election. So it shows that they only want to get there because of what they can benefit. They only have to benefit themselves. That's all they want to get there. So they do not care if the person that they are supporting, if the person will be able to deliver for the people of Liberia. They do not care. For some of us, we are concerned. Anyone we are supporting, and because we say we want to change, so we should just say we know we have blown up, we should take anybody and put it there. No, we should put someone that has the capability of changing the narrative. And only one person, Dr. Clarence P. Monimba, co-assisted by Madam Grace T. Kpan. Now all. Sometimes we say, oh, blame the legislature. Yeah, sometimes we blame the legislature, but the major problem here for the transformation of this country, it rests on the shoulder of the president. Because the president is the executor. He executes everything in the country. He's the executor. That's the reason why I call it executive. They execute. That's why I call executive. They execute. The legislature just gave them the go ahead. But if the legislature give the go ahead and you do not do it, it will not be done. The legislature not can do it for you. The right now see the way the judge is killing our young people. Who should be executing the laws right now? It is the executive. But it is alleged that in fact, the executive behind the imposition of justice in the country. So how will they execute? If they are impotent, then how will they execute? How? They will not execute because they are the one importing it. So, fellow Liberians, we need to be very, 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 very much serious. If we want the transformation for this country, if we want for our future, for our unborn children to be proud of the Liberia that we will give to them, that Dr. Clarence P. Monimba is the right choice for us and for this country. Let us support him. Whether you like it or not, the rest of those politicians, they have failed this country. They have failed. The former our president Joseph Nima Baka have failed this country. George Weah have failed this country. The rest, and we cannot trust them. The only person that need to be trusted right now is that Clarence P. Mona, who is of our generation. He is of our generation. He represents us. He's a young man like ourselves who understands the suffering. You know what it means to be a young man, to not have a job. You know what it means to graduate from university and you do not have a job. You know what it means as a young person who went to technical and vocational school, but you graduate but you do not have a job. He knows what it means. He knows what it means. That's why we need to support him, because when we support him, the issue of technical vocational education, we will have the best, because he has the technical know-how. Yeah, right now, the mama has said, like brother, we need to get the best technical vocational institution in this country. But how we can our government, our president are not taking on it. Germany is the country, they have the best technical vocational institutions. They are the country with the best technical and vocational institutions. Germany. So right now, if you are thinking, right, if you are thinking in that particular area as a president, as a government, you should start negotiating with Germany. Yeah, where is it? So, it's a cute scribble. He said, hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel viewers, followers, views, chatbot. The price is low than any competitors. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Automatic on. Incredibly flexible and convenient. Auto management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on off. Customers go to github.com. All right, brother. After a year, I will reply to you. Then after a year, I will reply to you. After a year, I will reply to you. We will talk more. We will talk more. So these are things, right, that we need to take into account. These are things that we need to take into account. Let us stop fooling ourselves as a country that the money back is the best. So like I was saying, with technical vocational schools, any government right now, if you're serious to have a serious but right now, how many would you be this one? Some if I want to there for some I see, I go up some I live few veggie, I come to buy a technical vocational schools. So now somebody know how to apply here, somebody say yeah, can. We have nothing. We do not have trained people in those areas. We need real trained to be trainers. Like I know what I do. Go to Germany. Say Germany is the country, that's their area. Go and negotiate with the German government. Now, what the mama said, when I become president, I go to Germany. I'm going to ask them for I want money from Germany. Go to Germany, negotiate with Germany. You have friends in the government of Germany. Listen, we need two of the best schools, technical vocational schools in Africa or in the world to be built in Liberia. That's all we want from you. We want no money. That's what serious president do. Because these are things that you call for. So when those people come and build it, the thing that's need train people to be able to use those things, those equipment that will be placed in those buildings. When you train them, they use when your students going there, when they leave it from there, you say yes. Of knowledge that people from all African countries, they will come to Liberia to come attend good vocational and technical institutions. These are things that we're talking about. We're talking about Babati right here. You go babe 14 medical hospital, no tablet there. They say you get hospital. Now barely you get hospital. I'm talking about hospital, you should get the equipment, you should get everything, the tablets, everything, medicine should be there. But today, carry some of JFK. He will send us to go look for some jobs to buy tablet there. Is that what we want to be in? Is that what we want to be in? The American ambassador, when he went to the interior part of the country, he asked those reaching from hospital to hospitals. The legislature are putting money in a budget so the executive will buy tablet for those entities to give those money to those health institutions in those counties. So the people will buy tablet for the citizens who are going there. But the people were brave to look at the American ambassador that more than 3 years now they cannot receive a dime from the government of Liberia. Then where the money going? Send the legislature put in the budget. Where it going? It's going in the pocket of Weir and his thieves. That's the only area it is going. That is the only area it is going. That's why we say we need somebody who have the idea, who knows how to change these problems. And the only person that can do that is Dr. Clarence K. Monema. So folks, wherever you are, however you are joining us, we say many thanks to you for joining us. Those of you that join us, who commented, we say many thanks to you. Many thanks to our brother Samuel Sankara Johnson. Yeah, that Samuel Sankara Johnson, one of the strong men from the camp of Dr. Clarence K. Monema. We say many thanks to you for joining us. We hope that you always join us. And like I said, right, we are hoping that things it's okay where you will be able to come on the show. I also want to even be inviting some of those strong people that are Monima so that they will come on the show and we will explain and dish out the ideas of Dr. Clarence K. Monima, those things that he want to do to transform the life of the ordinary, like the old man down there in Grand Pastor County, the old man in Yopistan, the old man in Pain, the old man way there in Maryland County, right? That they will feel the impact of the government positively, that their life will be touched. These are things that the Monima want to do. So we hope that you join us next week, this Thursday, for another edition of the New Liberia Hour. Have yourself a God bless day. Bye bye from my end.